On today's It Is Written program, we're going to be talking Christian education. If you have high school age children in your home or soon to be high school age children in your home, you're not going to want to miss our discussion with our two special guests. It Is Written begins right now.
It has stood the test of time. God's book, the Bible, still relevant in today's complex world. It is written, sharing messages of hope around the world.
I want to welcome all of our viewers to this week's It Is Written program. Thank you for taking the time to join us. I have two guests here in studio with me. Today we're going to be talking about Christian education. Some of you, as I said in the introduction, may have high school age children at home or soon to be high school age children, and you're thinking about different options for their education for high school. Well, I think one of the viable options, an excellent option, is Christian education. And so we wanted to talk about that today, and I invited two guests. I have Principal Scott Bowes and Pastor Jared Brown. They are both from Kingsway College, which is located in Oshawa. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the opportunity to join us. I appreciate you guys making the effort to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Would you give us a little bit of a background on Kingsway College, where it's located, you know, the size of your campus, when it began, just to give us a picture of what the school is all about?
Sure. Kingsway started in 1903, located in Oshawa, Ontario, so about 45 minutes east of Toronto. We're sitting on about 100 acres, so it's a beautiful, almost like a park-like setting. It's a huge campus for a small high school, so it's a beautiful place for students to go to school, and it's just a great place to be.
Now, it's a high school?
It is a high school.
So grade 9?
Grade 9 through 12.
12.
We offer the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, the same that you would get at other institutions. But obviously we feel that we're pretty special in some other areas as well.
You're also a boarding school.
We are a boarding school. We have close to 100 students living in the dorm, and then about the same that are community students as well. We're a very multicultural school, a lot of different nationalities represented there, so again, just a great opportunity for either people in the local community or for people from a distance to attend Kingsway College.
Let's talk a little bit about the school. So, you know, let me give you the scenario. So, you know, I'm a parent, I'm sitting at home, I'm watching the program, I've tuned into It Is Written, and I have some children that are, you know, high school age or about to become high school age, and I'm thinking about, does Christian education really work for us? So why would someone choose Kingsway College? I mean, why would someone choose Christian education maybe, but then specifically, why would they choose Kingsway College? What do you guys offer that would be unique?
Okay. Usually probably the first question that people ask actually centers around the academic program. Academically at Kingsway, the program is very, very strong. We have a small teacher to student ratio, so a great opportunity for kids to get a lot of extra help. Our graduation rate over the last 5 years is 95.3%.
Wow.
And all of those go on to a university or a college, and so again, a very high percentage. Outside of the academic program, though, which, to be honest, there are a lot of schools that have a great academic program, there are a lot of other things that Kingsway has to offer, from great extracurricular opportunities, the spiritual programming, which you'll hear more about from Jared a little later on in the program. There's just so many opportunities for the kids to get involved in our outreach program as well. It's just a great place for the kids to have options.
I don't know if you know this, but that 95% graduation, how would that compare, let's say, to other schools?
Yep. Dalton McGuinty in 2010 released a report that public school students in Ontario, 72% of them graduate after 4 years and 81% after 5 years of high school. So that compares to 95.3. And then a study that Queen's University did in 2009 states that of Ontario graduates, only 60% of them attend post-secondary education. So it's quite a difference.
Now, to what do you attribute that higher success rate?
I would attribute it to a few different things, to be honest. One is the caring that the students get from the teachers. There's a lot of effort and a lot of extra time that goes into making sure these students are prepared to be successful at the next level. And honestly, I think it's the families who are willing to spend money to send their child to private school, to Christian education, are very serious about education, and so they have the commitment as well as the school, and that combination together tends to create successful kids.
The cost of the school as compared to other private schools, because that that is a consideration for for some folks.
Absolutely. Compared to private schools, we're very, very cheap. A boarding student can attend Kingsway College in most cases for quite a bit less money than the tuition at other private schools, not counting the boarding.
Wow, so that's a boarding, so that's room and room, meals,
food,
and their tuition.
And their tuition.
Now, Jared, you're the chaplain.
That's correct.
On campus. And how long have you been with Kingsway?
This is my 4th school year.
Wow. So what's that been like? Had you ever worked in a school before, studying
Never.
like this?
Never.
So what was that like?
It was a lot different than I was expecting.
Now, you had pastored churches.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'd worked with young people at summer camps for a week, but I had never committed my full ministry time to young people, so it's been really exciting. Well,
great. Well, we're going to get a chance to talk a little bit more with both of you, but I know you've prepared sort of a promotional video. Let's give sort of an overview to our viewers of Kingsway College, and let's just show that right now, and we'll come back and talk about some of the other unique aspects of Kingsway College.
Sounds good.
With the mission of preparing Canadian youth for God's service, Adventist education in Canada began over a century ago in 1903, with the small school then known as Lorndale Academy. But Lorndale did not remain small for long. Under God's leading, it grew and prospered and continued to train generations of young men and women to this day, where now the Kingsway College alumni family has grown to over 4,000. Looking at Canada today, one can even find Kingsway alumni serving in a variety of roles in every province of this country. Kingsway alumni may even be serving in your community. Kingsway cherishes its history and alumni and remains true to its original mission. It seeks to introduce students to Jesus Christ and to prepare them for a life of service to God and others. Kingsway aims to help students grow spiritually, to encourage them to make a decision for Christ, and to lead out in His ministry. To help students achieve their highest potential academically, to develop their critical thinking skills and view every topic from a scriptural point of view. To help students grow physically with a wide variety of physical activities and experience a balanced Christian lifestyle. To help them grow socially by providing opportunities to make lifelong friends who share their beliefs and have respect for all people. It is our aim to inspire young men and women to be thinkers and not mere reflectors of other men's thoughts. There is no more important work than to prepare our youth for eternity. Give the gift of Adventist education. Contact Kingsway College today.
Well, that'll give folks a better picture of the school. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the extracurricular besides the academics. Talk to us a little bit about that, Scott.
Sure. One of the things Kingsway is really known for is their touring groups. We have 3 touring groups on campus: the aerials, the band, and the choir. The band and the choir is pretty straightforward. I think everybody knows what that is. The aerials is our gymnastics team. All 3 groups get the opportunity to travel extensively throughout Canada and even into the United States, getting a lot of opportunities to perform and share the message of Kingsway and the message about what Christ has done for them in their lives. So it's been a great opportunity for the kids. They also had the opportunity to perform at the General Motors Center in Oshawa for an Oshawa Power basketball game. Our aerials have been featured in the Toronto Star in a recent article. So it's been a great thing for the kids to be involved in.
Yeah, I'm a little biased because my son was on the aerials, and they do a tremendous job, and really promoting that lifestyle, that healthy lifestyle. And I know that many of the places they go, the audience is so impressed that these young people live a healthy lifestyle and promote, good Christian values. And as a proud father, I also have to say that when the aerials went to Andrews University and competed at what they call Acrofest, and they did the butterfly competition, which is where you stand there and somebody on your shoulders and hold out 2 other participants out like this, my son won. So it's a great thing. I don't think, maybe folks don't really understand the complexity of, and the the skill that's involved here. I mean, it's like Cirque du Soleil. It's really quite good. I know you have another promotional little video that shows the aerials. Now, anyone can try out for the aerials that comes to the school. Is
Absolutely.
That, and it's by tryout.
It is by tryout.
And let's quickly let's show that that brief report there on the aerials to give our viewers an opportunity to see that. And I want to come back and Jared, I want to talk to you and Scott about what I think is the most important aspect of your school. Well, that was great. I enjoyed seeing the aerials. But, I don't want the audience to think that, just talk to us a little bit about, because I understand the choir has won some prestigious awards recently.
Yeah, the last few years they have actually placed first in the Durham Kiwanis Festival with a variety of other choirs from the area all competing. So that's been a very exciting thing on campus as well.
What are some of the other extracurricular activities that students can participate in?
Absolutely. We have a ski club where students get to go 6 different times throughout the year to ski and snowboard at a local hill. We have an outdoor club that does a backpacking, canoeing, and winter camping trip each year. We have a drama club for students who like to get involved in that. We have a basketball team that participates in a local church league here in Toronto as well. They travel to Andrews University in Michigan for a tournament down there with other schools. Many opportunities for the students as well in leadership. We have a student association where students can get involved in planning events and helping direct things that happen on the campus. So a wonderful opportunity for them there as well.
So a very well-rounded curriculum, a plenty of activities, plenty of opportunities for the students to participate in.
Right.
Now, I had said, you know, before we show that little Ariel's promo, that to me, and I know to you, gentlemen, because I know both of you, the most important aspect of the school is not what you are doing to develop these young people academically, is what is happening spiritually in the lives of these young people.
Absolutely.
So, Pastor, talk to us a little bit about some of the things you've seen there, and I know you have a Bible study group, and talk to us about that spiritual growth that you have been seeing in the students there.
Absolutely. It's been amazing. We have been very intentional in our spiritual program. And what that means is that we've made our school calendar, we have a spiritual calendar as well, where we introduce kids to Christ, and then we try to disciple them through the Bible studies and prepare them for baptism. And then we have a series of meetings at the end of the year where we actually, they call it kind of reaping, like you would a harvest, and we try to harvest as many young people as possible in order to prepare them for baptism. And this year, again, we have many baptisms again, so it's really exciting.
Now, is this, these Bible studies, are they mandatory? Do they have to attend?
Absolutely not. In fact, they sign up voluntarily. We have a spiritual week of emphasis, or what we call week of prayer, in October. We have a guest speaker come in from somewhere. This year was Ricky Schwartz, who came in and presented Christ to the students through his own personal testimony. And when he gave an appeal on the last Friday of our week of prayer, 90 students came forward for Bible studies.
Wow. 90?
90, yeah. And that's about half of our student population. So
isn't that incredible?
We were amazed.
That must make both of you feel very, very proud of
absolutely
of that work. I know the impact it's had on my son. I know the impact that you have had on my son. Boy, I'm getting choked up. And I want to thank you for the care both of you gentlemen have shown with my son, and the impact you've had. You know, he's changed his whole eating habits. You know, because of you, I am no longer eating red meat in my house or chicken. Just tofu. But it's great. We feel great. So tell me about how important this is for the school. I mean, because you can get the academics anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, anywhere you can go for academics.
Absolutely.
But tell me about the importance of developing this component of these young people.
We believe that, I mean, obviously, we put great emphasis on the academic program. We wouldn't be a school if we didn't. But we believe that the purpose for us being there is to help students meet Christ. Our mission statement is to reflect Jesus Christ and prepare students for his service. And that's what we're trying to be very intentional about doing. So, as Pastor Brown said, we've taken a lot of time to intentionally, through our strategic planning, put specific things in place to provide as many opportunities for these kids as possible. And to see them choosing on their own to make these decisions and get involved, you can feel the difference that it has made on the campus. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Now, one of the things I hear the young people say about you, Pastor, is you don't shy away from any of the tough issues. So they'll raise questions, and and that can be a bit of a challenge sometimes.
It can, because you have to think on your feet, right? And they ask you direct and honest questions, but the awesome thing about it means is they're thinking, and they care, right? And they want to make good choices, and it's so awesome when you see a society that seems to be spinning out of control. You have young people, the future leaders of our schools, our country, and they're asking important questions because they want to do what's right, and it's inspiring.
You know, we sometimes are very quick to point out what's wrong with this new generation, but I believe this is something that's very right.
Absolutely.
I know you have prepared a short video where some of the young people talk, you know, firsthand about the impact that this has had on their lives, and I'd love to show that now to our viewers.
Absolutely.
Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you.
Hi, I'm Scott Bowes, President of Kingsway College. We take the Gospel Commission very seriously here at Kingsway, and our desire is that every student here has the opportunity to develop a close relationship with Jesus. We started a new program here last year, which sets aside enough time in our schedule to allow every student the opportunity to participate in Bible studies. In the first year of this program, 30 students made the decision to follow Christ and were baptized. This year, we have 90 students participating in this program, many of whom will be baptized soon. This program has had such a positive impact in the lives of our students, and I think that the best way for you to understand just how big of an impact is to hear from our students directly.
The Bible study here, it's optional, but still every week, everyone shows up on time, and sometimes we try to drag it out. It's supposed to end at 6:30, but sometimes we'll go a couple minutes later just because we enjoy it. It's not a burden.
Joining the Bible study, it challenged my faith, it challenged my knowledge in my religion, and it just really helps.
I always look at God in a different way, but this year it's changed my complete view upon Him. I know that He's always there to catch me when I fall, and that's the thing that has changed the most with me.
Bible studies plus my religion class. I've learned so much more. I know how to defend my faith, give reason for my beliefs, and yes, I feel more confident to share it with people.
My schedule is very busy, so being able to study during school means I can actually get it done. While if I was at another school, I probably wouldn't have the opportunity to go out and have someone teach me Bible studies.
A Kingsway student schedule can be demanding. Along with the daily schoolwork, the work program, intramurals, as well as touring group practices, this all adds up to a full day. But by intentionally setting a specific time aside for small group Bible studies, our students are able to benefit spiritually.
Coming together in a small group and talking about God is it's just really inspiring instead of just going through the motions of church and stuff. It's more personal.
It's meant a great deal to me to be able to be around people that believe the same things I do and that have the same questions I do and the same problems that I have, to be able to just talk about it and figure things out as a group instead of, alone.
I get new perspective of the Bible, and I see a different view of God and who He really is, and now I can just share with my friends, tell them the wonderful news about God.
It was a really spiritual experience. It was really positive for me as well as other people in my Bible studies class.
It's very helpful because you have people going through the same things you're going through, and it's good to hear their side too and know that you're not alone in your spiritual walk.
In the Bible study program, emphasis is placed on providing a solid biblical foundation and giving the students the skills necessary to continue to grow and study on their own.
Last year, I'd already been taking Bible studies with Pastor Brown, and I had been baptized at graduation. So this year, just to continue growing, I guess, in my walk with God, I decided to take Bible studies again.
Growing up in the church and as a Christian, I focused more on my personal relationship with God and through prayer, but I didn't know that the Bible was also, crucial in our own relationships and how we can use the Bible to read what God has to say to us. And in the Bible study class, we're learning a lot about how to use the Bible.
We asked a question, and he's like, well, let's look in this verse and see what it says that can explain your question. So it's not just him answering us, he's using the word to answer us.
We'll ask a question and we're like, give us the answer, and he won't give us the answer. He'll be like, what do you think? And look in this verse. And we're like, why can't you just tell us? And he's like, no, because you won't always have me to tell you, so I want to teach you how to find it yourself, so later on in life you can find it too.
Once you actually look it up for yourself, it's kind of like you're discovering it again.
Now I'm able to do my own little Bible study, and I'm able to study the Bible on my own with God's guidance as well. And it's really amazing, actually.
I certainly think that now I can go study the Bible on my own because I've learned skills through Bible studying, and now I can learn more, and then I like to tell people what I've learned.
Hi, I'm Jared Brown, campus chaplain at Kingsway College. Leading out in Bible studies here has been incredibly rewarding. I've seen many lives changed as the result of our Bible study program. There's nothing more important than seeing students commit their lives to Christ.
Well, just yesterday we learned about the signs of Jesus' coming, and I don't know, I'm more excited for it than ever,
the most amazing experience I've ever had in my life.
Bible study is incredibly amazing.
Bible studies has definitely been enlightening for me, and it has definitely led me to have a closer walk with God.
Whatever you put into it, you'll get out of. And so if you want to get a nice relationship with God, His like presence is so clear and evident here.
I don't think I was really that strong with Christ before I came to Kingsway. And, you know, I got baptized last year, and I don't think I would have made that decision if it hadn't been for Kingsway.
Well, that was a great video. Congratulations on the fine work you've been doing there with those young people.
Thank you.
Now, Scott, for our viewers that are watching, they're at home, they're saying, I'd like to learn a little bit more about Kingsway and maybe even experience it firsthand. I understand you have an opportunity for them to do that.
We do. On April 19 through 21, we have what we call our preview weekend. It's an open house opportunity for families to come visit our campus, get a tour, meet our faculty and staff, get to see our band, choir, and aerials perform, and get all their questions answered about the school, the academics, the finances.
So how would someone go about becoming a part of this weekend?
We ask them to send us an email at the email that you see here on the screen, and let us know that they would like to attend preview weekend, and we'd be happy to have them. And for the first 25 that register for preview weekend and reference It Is Written, this show, in the email, we would be happy to give them, when they arrive on our campus, a free Kingsway College hoodie that Pastor Brown is holding up here.
Well, it's very nice. So you send an email, you reference this program. The first 25, when they show up, you're going to have that gift wrapped for them.
Waiting for them.
Beautiful. Well, you know, these gentlemen have been extremely generous because they have another offer, and it is a wonderful Kingsway College t-shirt. Now, here's how you can get this Kingsway College t-shirt. If you send us an email right now to It Is Written at information@iiw.ca. Now, you have to follow these instructions. information@iiw.ca, and in the subject line, you put Kingsway College t-shirt. Got it? information@iiw.ca, subject line, Kingsway College t-shirt. The first 100 emails that we receive, we're going to send you, they will send you, free of charge, this beautiful Kingsway College t-shirt. That's all you have to do. Gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining us here and giving us such valuable information about school. May God continue to bless you as you lead out in that fine work there with those young people. And let me thank our viewers that faithfully tune in each and every week. If you want to go back and see this program again, you can visit our website, itiswrittencanada.ca. In fact, all of our programs are archived there. You can watch them all. You can send a prayer request. You know, we have some faithful staff every morning pray over the prayer requests that arrive at our office. And you can also make an online donation to help keep this ministry afloat. We hope you will be with us again next time. Until then, remember, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth